We're here at the beautiful Basilica of the Immaculate Conception in Waterbury, Connecticut, considered by many to be the mother church of Waterbury and even beyond. And one of the unique characteristics of this beautiful basilica is the amount of confessions that we hear. Daily we hear between 20, 30, 40, 50 confessions. In fact, there was one day I recall a few months ago where just on an average Wednesday I heard 65 confessions in one day. And every confession essentially is the same. A person coming in to confess their sin, to confess their fall. Meditating on the third fall of Jesus. When a person comes to confession repeatedly, which all of us do, very often it's the same sins that we confess time and time again. Our own weaknesses, our addictions, our angers, our unforgiveness, our whatever it is. We all know what it is in all of our own lives. We go into the confessional and sometimes a penitent might say something like, "Father, I've fallen again. It's the same thing, I've fallen again, and I've fallen again. I just can't seem to get rid of this sin." It reminds me of the film Rocky. It's many, many years ago, of course, but almost everyone has seen the film Rocky. Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, and he's in the fight and he's in the 14th round and Apollo Creed beats him badly and he falls down on the mat and his coach Mickey says to him, just seeing him and he was so weak, Mickey says, "Don't get up, stay down, stay down." And Rocky Balboa gets up slowly and fights the whole fight, the 15th round. Very often in life we're tempted to stay down, to not get up. I don't have the strength, I can't do it. And we can't do it alone. We need Jesus, who carried his cross. We need his strength and his grace. Archbishop Fulton Sheen, many of you are familiar with him. He once said, "Sin is not the worst thing in the world." And we might be thinking to ourselves, sin is not the worst thing in the world. What could be worse from sin? Sin weakens, sin separates, sin it brings us down. He said it again. Sin is not the worst thing in the world. And then he added, the denial of sin is worse. The person who's a sinner who recognizes God and recognizes virtue is much better than the person who says there's no such thing as sin at all. I'll conclude with this, my own interpretation. Falling is not the worst thing in the world. Staying down is worse. Like Jesus, we imitate him, we get up again, very often time and time again. And when we do, we follow him. And when we follow him, we find happiness. Amen to all.